Color LUTs are so powerful for color grading. Anyone that's used them understands why. But what a lot of people don't realize, you can load your LUTs directly into Lightroom or Camera Raw. The thing is, it's very hidden. You would never stumble upon it. Right now, I'm going to show you exactly how to do it. In its most basic form, a LUT is simply a preset. But it's a very powerful preset because it can be used in different applications. For example, I can use the same LUT in Premiere Pro to color grade my videos, and I can use it in Photoshop. I'm about to show you how to use it in Lightroom, but it also works in other applications such as Final Cut Pro and many other applications. So it's very versatile. So why would we want to use a LUT in Lightroom or Camera Raw? Well, maybe you have your favorite LUTs you use in Photoshop, Premiere Pro, or other apps, and you want that exact look on your photos in Lightroom or Camera Raw. Maybe you want to match the edit on your video or photos, or you just love the look of a certain LUT. You can use it in Lightroom. When you finish this video, you'll be able to extend Lightroom and ACR to include the use of powerful LUTs. Alright, so a new thing I'm trying is this cursor highlighter. Let me know in the comments if you like this or if I should stop using it. It doesn't matter if you're going to use a LUT in Lightroom or Camera Raw. We need to start inside of Camera Raw. So here we are in Photoshop. Let's open this image into Camera Raw. So we're just going to choose Filter, Camera Raw Filter. Okay, so essentially what we're going to do is we're going to create a profile. Now, if you want, you can include these other adjustments in your profile. If that's the case, make these adjustments now. For the sake of this tutorial, I'm going to do this just with the pure LUT and nothing else. Alright, here's the secret. What we need to do is we need to create a new profile. So we're going to go under the presets. Now under presets, you'll see the option here to create a new preset. Now the trick is rather than just clicking on here, hold down the Alt or the Option key and then click it. And now we have the option here to create a profile. So this is where we get to be a little bit sneaky. So when we create this profile, this is where you would apply all your adjustments. In this case, we're going to go down and we're going to use Color Lookup Table. So now it'll open the Finder and we can choose our LUTs. Here's a pack that I've created, photoshopCAFE LUTs, and we can grab any of these. Why don't I grab this one? And by the way, if you want these, I'm happy to give them to you. I'll give you a link in the comments underneath. Or just head over to photoshopcafe.com/vault and you can download these and many more goodies. All right, let's just choose Load. And this is going to load it in here. Now there's another setting here which is interesting. And this other setting down here is where we will set things up for our mount slider. By default, it's going to be a minimum of 0. That means when we adjust the amount, we can go all the way down. 100% is going to be the default amount, and then we could go up to a maximum of 200. Now I'm going to leave these at the default, but remember that I mentioned this because later on I'll show you what happens if you set these to a different amount. All right, we're going to give this a name. I'm going to call this mildly cinematic. And I'm going to click OK. Let's go ahead and use this. We're not going to be using it under presets. Go back to your adjustments. And under profile, you'll see this little box here. Click on the box. And if we go under user profiles, we're going to see it's right there. If we roll over or click on it, we're now going to get the mildly cinematic. Now this might be a little strong. That's why we have this amount slider. And we can reduce it, or we can increase it more. All depends on how you want to use it. Now there's other ones here. These ones, the Fuji Turner Kodak, these come with Photoshop. Let me show you how to access those Photoshop LUTs. So if we go back to our preset here, hold down our Alt or Option key. When we go down to the Color Lookup Table, when we turn that on, it'll pop up here. So what you need to do is you need to navigate to your Photoshop installation. So on the Mac, it's going to be under Applications. I believe it's also under Applications in Windows. You're going to go down to Photoshop 2026, where you're going to see Presets. Under Presets, you're going to see 3D LUTs, which are our LUTs. These are the LUTs that ship with Photoshop. And some of these are grayed out. That's because they need to be a .cube format. But if I wanted to grab something like, say, this Kodak one, I could grab this, click Load. We'll call it Kodak from PS because this is actually using one of the Photoshop LUTs. We're going to click OK. Once again, go under the Profiles. Under User Profiles, there it is. So if we click on there, we're now using that LUT. And of course, we can adjust the amount. This way, we can use any custom LUT, or we can borrow the ones that are already shipped with Photoshop. And once you've applied it, you'll see the profile up here. We can turn it off and just go back to the regular color if we want. But wait, there's two things I told you. One, we can use these in Lightroom. I'm going to show you how to do that in a moment. The other one is when we set the amount. So I created one here called Test Little. Let's click on there. We're applying it. And I set this at the minimum of 50 and the maximum of 150. Now watch what happens. When I use the slider, it still goes from 0 to 200. But pay attention. When I get to 50, notice it makes no adjustment changes under 50. So that's the minimum. And as we go up, it applies it more. Once we get above 150, notice it does not change the image unless I dip below 150. Now it adjusts the image. See that? Okay, let me show you how to get this into Lightroom Classic. You're going to launch Lightroom Classic. We're going to go to the Develop module. Now under the Develop module, you'll see we have the profile and we have these boxes as well. Let's click on them. If we go under the User Profiles, you'll notice Mildly Cinematic has been added here. So is the Test Little, Kodak. All of these have been added already. All right, so when you create a profile inside of Camera Raw, it automatically adds it to Lightroom. Just like if you create a profile in Lightroom Classic, it will automatically add it to Camera Raw. So they share the same profiles. So you don't have to import anything. And they work exactly the same. We still have the amount slider. Everything like that. And remember what I said in the beginning. You can't create profiles here in Lightroom. You have to create them in Camera Raw, but then they'll automatically be imported into Lightroom. Did you know you can easily roll your very own LUTs inside of Photoshop and export them? If you want to know how, check out this video right here. Now drop a comment underneath and let me know if you learned anything useful in this video. And also let me know if you like this new mouse cursor I'm trying. If you like it, then I'll continue to use it. If you don't, then we won't. And if you're new, welcome to the cafe. Hit the subscribe button, turn on notifications, and you won't miss any of my tutorials. And until next time, I'll see you at the cafe.